Greetings, this is Unit 5, Module 2, Session 2. The name of this home connection is Drawing Two-Dimensional Figures, 3 pages! You better put your name and number at the top of that page if we're going to do 3 pages worth of work. Alright, we have 1 page that you don't have to do anything on, but it is a great reference page. If you want to know what parallel lines are, perpendicular lines are, right angles, acute angles, oh it's so cute, obtuse angles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, hexagons, it's all on here. Okay. By the way, this might not look like the traditional hexagon you are used to. In fact, you might be thinking of way more of something of the maybe standard equilateral hexagon, but it doesn't have to be, right? You can have an irregular hexagon, right? Same for pentagons. Quadrilateral, it just has to have 4 sides and it has to be closed off. It can't be open. Okay. Obtuse, bigger than 180, bigger than 90, smaller than 180. Acute, smaller than 90. Right angles, exactly 90. Perpendicular, 2 lines that cross at a 90-degree angle. Parallel lines are lines that will never, ever cross. Those 2 lines can go on for infinity. They will never cross, okay? This sheet you can refer back to at any point in time as a reference. Now, let's dig in. Draw at least 2 examples of each term below. If you can't remember what the words mean, look at the Guide to Geometry on page 95. There's your Guide to Geometry, the very first page that we looked at. So, parallel lines. The nice part is they can go any direction you want them to. So if I'm going to use a ruler because I like it when the lines are straight. But my first set of parallel lines are going to be maybe, let's see, if I go diagonal, the next one has to be diagonal. Maybe I'll do this one here. Okay, so I have 2 parallel lines. They go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, right? Same for here. Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. I know that they're parallel. They will never meet. Okay? You might have your parallel lines go left to right. You might have your parallel lines go up and down. But you're going to do 2 examples of parallel lines. Try to be different, right? So make your other parallel line go a different way. Okay? Perpendicular lines. They have to meet at 90 degrees. So maybe I have one here, and then I draw maybe one here. Okay? Those are perpendicular. They make a cross where you have a perfect 90 degrees. Okay? Those squares, right angles, are squared. They would make a square if you arrange them just so. Alrighty. Right angles, well, I'm going to do this for a right angle. Right angles are perpendicular to each other, so these meet at 90 degrees, but we know a right angle just has 1 interior angle, if it's just 1 right angle. So I have 1 right angle here, okay? Here I have 4 right angles, okay? Here with a right angle, just 1, okay? On your second right angle over here, make it look a different direction, okay? An obtuse angle, oh goodness gracious, they're just making it so difficult for us. But maybe I go something like, that. So there's my angle here. I guess I could zoom in a little bit. That's probably pretty tiny for you. But there's my obtuse angle. Okay, so when you're over here, change it up a little bit. Keep it bigger than 90 degrees. But yeah, make a different kind of obtuse angle. Oh, it's so cute, that little cute angle. Let's see. Maybe I want to do. I'm going to do the easiest one first. Okay, there's my acute angle. If I was measuring this bit right here, this angle is 45 degrees. That's so cute. Okay? And make sure you're doing 2. Each one of these has 2 geoboards for you to do 2 angles. Okay? Next page. Draw at least 1 shape that matches each of the descriptions below. For each shape, use arrows and words to show how your shape matches the description. So they said, in the example, a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of parallel sides. This is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. They wrote that down here. And then they said, these 2 sides are parallel. These two sides are parallel. Okay. Example A says a quadrilateral with only one pair of parallel sides. So let's say that I draw one side. I'm going to make a parallel side maybe here. Okay. Here's the issue. If these are the same length and then I finish them, maybe if I lightly color those, you can kind of see what I'm meaning. I just made a parallelogram or a quadrilateral that has two sets of parallel sides. So these sides, the parallel sides, can't be the same length. So I'm going to make maybe this one longer, and then I should be able to have a really nice quadrilateral with only two sets of parallel sides. Okay, and there we go. And then to label it, you would say one pair of parallel sides would be this one and this one. Okay. Now let's see, a pentagon with exactly one right angle and exactly one acute angle. Oh, dang, pentagon. It's 5 sides. Okay, so we'll start with a right angle. Maybe I just go 2. So those are 2 of my sides. There's my right angle. Maybe I go 3. 4 and 5. Whew. Now let's double check my work. If I zoom in on this pentagon, do I have 5 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Do I have one right angle? Yes, I do. Do I have exactly one acute angle? Let's see. This one is obtuse. This one is also obtuse. That's acute. This is obtuse. Yep, that will fit the bill. Keep in mind, your pentagon doesn't have to look exactly like this. It just has to have a right angle and one acute angle. Now I'm going to be pretty mean and leave these last 2 for you. But we know that a hexagon has 6 sides. Only one pair of the sides can be perpendicular. Oh, I forgot to label the last one. Right angle. And then one acute angle. Okay, got it labeled. Excellent. Now, our hexagon, one pair of perpendicular sides. So similar to how we did this, where one pair is perpendicular, and then you can finish your hexagon, okay? I'm not going to tell you exactly how you should do it. Maybe you have like this here and this here. They're parallel, but they're uneven. That might help you. And then you got to be careful with the other sides, because if they move in the same direction, they might end up being, oh, it says one pair of perpendicular sides. No! Okay, so something more like this. So you're going to need a right angle somewhere, and then you can mess with the other sides, okay? Oh, I see what happened, is I read D first. Okay, it's because you have another hexagon, 6 sides, but it says one pair of parallel sides. So this has one pair of perpendicular sides, one pair of parallel sides. And like I said, maybe it's something like this, where you have maybe those are your parallel sides, and then you fit in your other 4 sides. Just make sure you avoid them being parallel, okay? The best way to do that would be the number of dots that you move away. So if I move, up and over 1, and then I move down and over 1, I'm good. But later, if I move up and over 1 here, right, if I do this, I now have parallel sides. So they can't move the exact same distance. So if you're going to maybe think more like patterns, then maybe this goes down 2 and over 1, which is not parallel to this here. Okay, now I feel like I'm being way too helpful. 1, 2, wait, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Oh, that might make parallel sides too. So Some of this will be good, some of this won't. So make sure you look carefully at these as you do them. You might even go like into down one and have a little bit of a steeper slope. Okay, pencil them in. Don't make the mistake I am of drawing them in pen, because then you find out later if you're right or wrong. If you need help, ask a teacher. We'd love to help. You might also have a friend who's really good at math that would love to help you as well. But spend a little time on it. Use pencil. Erase if you need to. That's going to allow you the opportunity to see your thinking and then adjust it. Don't be afraid of the eraser. It's very helpful. Later!